In my state, Adamawa, INEC wrote letters to the PDP and saying that these escorts in your state, they are not valid because they did not hold in accordance to the laws of the electoral law and also the party constitution. Ideally, this INEC ought to reject whatever comes from these escorts because that is INEC's position. Yet, INEC will be accepting the very escort that INEC says that you are not legitimate. That escort will make a nomination, submit.
Even if they have a court order to accept those decisions?
No, there will be no court order at that time.
Oh, okay.
They submit a nomination and then INEC accepts. Some of us said, no, it's wrong. You cannot do so. So we went to court and we said to the court, look, these are INEC's papers. Give us what is the validity of INEC letter to a political party because INEC is a regulatory body. So, and we say, if you find these letters as valid, then dissolve these escorts. And then, dissolve all the things that this escort had ever done. That is the nomination of House of Assembly, House of Representatives, Senate, governorship, and even the nomination of a presidential candidate. The courts cannot do so. Why? Because it is too politically heavy. But on the face of the law, on the face of it, it ought to do, but it cannot do. So if we rely on court verdicts, if we rely on courts to say that it will enforce the provision of the law, it will enforce constitutionalism and rule of law, then we are...
But those are institutions that you find in a democracy. Is that why you think that what we have is civilian rule?
The judiciary is in every regime.
So why do you say, are you saying what we have now is civilian rule, not a democracy?
Yeah, we have civilian rule. Democracy has not yet been entrenched.
Dr. Ardo, let me take you a few steps back. When you talked about restructuring, you said we've been restructuring for, even before and after independence, we've been restructuring. So why is it looking like this particular clamor for restructuring is not being accepted?
It's not being accepted. How?
Or it's not being bought by all quarters so that an action can be taken?
You see, with the possible exception of the changes that happened in the First Republic, and maybe that is the restructuring of administrative restructuring, because restructuring, you can categorize it in about 2 or 3 levels. There are administrative restructuring, which is usually done by changing the laws, changing the constitution, and so on. In this kind of restructuring, 99.9% of them happen either during the colonial period or under military rule. Under democracy, it is almost an impossibility. Why? Because you have to amend the constitution, and amending the constitution has always turned out to be a very difficult thing, for our system.
We'll let you conclude in just a moment. We need to go to break. Don't go away. Back. Let's let Prof conclude his thoughts on restructuring. Go ahead, please.
Yeah. So as I was saying, we have restructured and restructured, but we've not been able to do so. Basically, those who do the restructuring are the colonial masters, as I want to call them, and the military, because restructuring under a civilian administration entails the amendment of the Constitution. And we have not been able to amend this Constitution so easily because of varying interests, among the leaders who are supposed to do so. So basically, restructuring has not helped us. So we actually need to look...
Restructuring has not helped us?
No, it has not helped us.
Is it because we've not done it properly or we've done it wrongly?
Yeah, maybe they are still the same. It has not helped us because we've done it severally, yet we have not gotten it right. So we need to look elsewhere, for the solution of our problems.
Before we came back from that break, we were talking about changing of things and talking about the anthem. When you say restructure, we've not done it well, is it that we're not looking at for instance, issues or some of the words that are used in some of the statements Is it that we're not scrutinizing them? When you talked about the anthem, you're looking at some particular words and how it relates to the country and restructuring.
Yeah, like the changing of the national anthem. From Nigeria, we hail thee, our dear native land, and so on and so forth, to arise, O compatriots, is all part of the restructuring. The amendment of the Constitution, like in the 1979 Constitution, which brought in the federal character system, which is supposed to give everybody a sense of belonging, that at least in the contest, in political contest, every group will have, in governance, every group will have a say. If not, it's part of the restructuring. So, but we have not gotten it. Now today, federal character, which is supposed to help in a multi-ethnic society like ours, help forge national unity, is being rejected, is being seen as favoring one part of the country against the other, as being in favor of mediocrity against merit. So we didn't get it. Like the national anthem. Arise, O compatriots, Nigeria's call obey. Where are the compatriots? Nigeria's call obey. They are not obeying. So, but if you get facts like the previous national anthem, the British national anthem, to me, it makes more sense than this current national anthem because it is factual. It says that what is the Nigeria we held thee. We are held in Nigeria, our dear native land. It's the fact that we are Nigerians, it's our native land. Though tribes and tongue may differ, in brotherhood we all stand. What is our problem today? We are talking, the restructuring is even taking tribal, ethnic, and regional basis.
Well, so we'll have to anchor at that point, Dr. Umar Ardo. Fortunately, time's run away on us. Time usually stands unified, especially when it's time to go. Dr. Umar Ardo is the former governorship aspirant under the PDP in Adamawa State. Thank you for talking to us this morning. Well, that's the show today, everyone. We thank you for watching and for your comments as well. We'll be back tomorrow. I'm Chamberlain Oso.
I'm Neo Taigwe. Thank you for watching.